to welcome you to the third edition of LogiMart India. And making the way from the hotel to this exhibition center this morning, I experienced how important logistics is and how important the improvement of logistics is. So we were stuck in traffic and we were late, so sorry for keeping you waiting. And thanks of all you of being here. Over the years, LogiMart India has evolved into a strategic industry platform closely aligned with India's logistics and manufacturing ambitions. Today, it stands at the intersection of policy, technology, and industry, supporting India's journey towards global supply chain leadership. This year, LogiMart India brings together over 120 exhibitors with strong international participation from 7 countries, including Germany with an official governmental German pavilion, the United States, the Netherlands, Switzerland, Italy, China, and Singapore. This reflects India's growing importance as a global hub for logistics innovations and collaboration. LogiMart India provides Indian stakeholders direct access to global best practices, advanced technologies, and integrated solutions across intralogistics, warehousing, automation, transportation, and supply chain management. Just as importantly, it is a platform where meaningful partnerships are formed and innovation moves from concept to execution. The theme of this year's conference, Empowering India's Logistics Ecosystem, Resilience, Innovation and Sustainability, captures the urgency of the moment. As global disruption, rapid digital transformation, and environmental imperatives reshape logistics, the focus must be on building a resilient, technology-enabled and sustainable supply chain ecosystem. We are proud to be supported by leading industry partners such as Adverb Technologies, Gandhi Automation, Rex and Rollers, Armstrong Dematic, Jung Heinrich, SOTI and J-Storage Solution, who represent excellence in automation and logistics technology. Thanks for your support. Our strong association partners, including the Indian Chamber of International Business, the Warehousing Association of India, the Indo-French Chamber of Commerce, the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce, the All India Warehousing Welfare Association, and our strategic partner, VDMA, Germany's and Europe's largest network organization and an important voice for the machinery and equipment manufacturing industry worldwide. The addition of LogiMart India also comes at a significant moment in the India-German partnership. Bilateral trade between our two countries crossed $15 billion in highlighting the depths of cooperation across trade, logistics, technology, and investment.
Now, this is what everyone is talking about globally. The Honorable Prime Minister's Viksit Bharat Sankalp, where you and me are a part of this effort. India, ladies and gentlemen, is growing leaps and bounds, will incidentally be crossing Germany in terms of economic growth and GDP value. And not only will we be the third largest economy, we will also be the most populous, also the most democratic, and the most stable voice of reliability in today's geopolitical uncertainties. This is where we stand, logistically speaking. 2 of our ports are among the top 40. Our turnaround time for ships, which incidentally bring 90% of the cargo, import and export into the economy, is one of the best globally. It's less than a day. We contribute among the top 3 nations in global seafaring pool of human resources, and this is where India again can become a logistics powerhouse. In terms of global competitiveness, we still have a lot of work to do. We may be better than Vietnam, but look at where European nations are leading. South Korea, the kind of competitiveness they have, whatever costs you have for your logistics being lower is value added to your globally competent value chain.
I'm very honored to be here on the third edition of the Logimat India and to see the improvement in the show and the improvement of technology as well. And technology will be the focus of my conference address here. The world is becoming more digital and networked, and intralogistics certainly is not and may not be an exception. We have a large number of systems that need to be sticked together and make the world work. When entire economies need to become more resilient, the transformation begins on the small scale, where machines connect and materials and data flow. So, as said before, there is a need for greater resilience in supply chain management, and that certainly also affects intralogistics. Automation probably is not longer an option if you want to scale up production and material handling. So there is a growing demand for systems to be networked with each other, and user requirements for flexibility, future security, and standardized data exchange and compatibility are high on the priority list today. So we first we have to make up our minds, how can we do this? Certainly harmonized and standardized interfaces, and you all know a very good example, at least to my home country. It has been turned out over some decades to be a real standardized product in intralogistics with this Euro pallet. So it starts with measurements. If measurements of boxes, measurements of pallets are standardized, it's a lot easier to deal with it.
As you know, the world is changing rapidly around us. Building an organization of this scale, now I find it much easier than standing up and facing the disruptions and the new technologies that is likely to disrupt or build larger organizations in the years to come. I find that is going to be a bigger challenge to me personally. But to meet that challenge, I have the privilege to have many young people in the organization and many people coming from diverse industries to take our company to the resilience, to sustainability, and for the future. I would like to first of all congratulate Messi Stuttgart India for successfully bringing the sector together for the third edition of Logimat. It has evolved into a powerful platform to showcase future logistics and shape conversations, partnerships and priorities. In the wake of this newly announced India-EU trade agreement, we meet at a defining moment. A moment that positions India as a fountainhead of opportunities and increasingly as an architect of modern supply chains, shaping how goods move, how value is created, and how resilience is built. That shift is already underway, as you all witness it. India enters this next phase of growth bolstered by a solid policy foundation. Building on national logistic policy, PM Gati Shakti, Sagarmala, Bharatmala, the ULIP logistics interface platform, and focused infrastructure reforms, India's logistic costs now estimated at 7.97%, a significant improvement from the earlier 13 to 14%.
My great pleasure to address you today at Logimat India, in fact the third edition of Logimat India, a platform that brings together the very forces that keep the economies moving: logistics, supply chain, technology and innovation. A wise man once said, a nation that moves effectively also grows sustainably. In fact, logistics is the silent force behind India's growth story because India stands at a defining moment in its economic journey. A moment where logistics is no longer a support function but a strategic driver of competitiveness and growth. India today is the fourth largest economy with a GDP exceeding $4 trillion and well on track to becoming the third largest economy in the next few years. This growth is being powered by manufacturing, infrastructure, consumption, exports, and digitalization. Yet behind every successful sector lies one critical enabler, logistics. Whether it is moving raw materials to factories, finished goods to the markets, or exports to global destination, logistics determines the speed, cost, reliability, and sustainability of economic growth. The Indian logistics sector itself is vast, dynamic, and full of opportunity. It contributes nearly 14% to India's GDP and employs over 22 million people directly and indirectly.